Are you a founder of an early stage company or a startup and you can't wait to begin the year anew so you can start implementing some plans and strategies to grow your business, but you don't know what you're going to do yet? You're still trying to figure that out? We have the answers for you. We're going to help you with that. We're going to give you the programs you need to run if you're a startup. Something valuable to you? Let's talk about that. Hello, my name is Bill Arnold. I'm president of Prevail Marketing every single day. Every single day. We give you a video and a blog on how to grow your business through better sales and marketing. You may find that at prevailmarketing.com. And the only thing I would ask you for these, we're going to give you 15 different programs over the course of the next few days on how to grow your business as a startup. We're going to look at programs that do not take a lot of resources because we know as a startup, you don't have a lot of money for paid demand, probably none. We know as a startup, you don't have a lot of people working for you, probably very few. So you don't have the hands-on, you can't hire an agency. You got to be on self-help and you're willing to do that. You're willing to sacrifice, you're willing to make it happen, but you haven't the experience. You don't know what works. So we're going to give you over the course of the next few days, 3 or 4, I'm not sure which yet, 15 different plans. And when I talk about giving you plans, I'm not going to say, here, this is a plan. We're going to give you details on how to develop them, how to mold it, how to craft it so it works. I just ask one thing in return. And I'm going to give you incentives throughout this entire video for you to do this. The one thing I ask you to do is like and subscribe. Do that now. Pause it. Come back. I'll wait. Ready? So the other reason I'm going to do this is because we're going to give giveaways. Holiday spirit. We're going to give giveaways for those who like and subscribe. So let's talk about the things that you need to do. But before I do that, there's 2 foundational items. If you haven't figured this out by now, you need to do before you do any of these 15. Because none of these 15 will work if you don't have these 2 foundational things done. Number 1, you need to have an industry and competitive analysis done. You need to know your industry and competitors better than they know themselves. You need to look at every aspect, the total addressable market. You need to look at what they're doing, what their social media is like, what their paid demand is like, what their organic traffic is like. You need to look at where they're getting backlinks from. You need to know all of this. That's about a 250 pages if you analyze maybe 10 competitors in one industry. It's a deep dive, but it's foundational because it'll tell you where that blue ocean strategy is. It'll tell you which one of these things is going to be most productive. And so I know that this is probably foreign to a lot of you. You may not know what this looks like, so how do you reproduce it? And you can't afford an agency to do it. Here's what I'll do for you. Giveaway number 1. If you like and subscribe and send an email to bill@prevailmarketing.com saying, I like this subscribed, I will give you a link to one of the industry and competitive analysis we did in January of 2023. I'll give you one for a startup. Just got to like, subscribe, and send me an email. Fair? Okay. Second thing you need to do is know your buyer personas. Know the pain points, interests, and concerns. Know where they go for information, third-party verification. Know where they go for entertainment. Know where their influences are. Know what kind of content they like to digest. Know the messaging at each stage of that buyer's journey. If you don't know all of that, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do that. And if you don't know how to do that, if that's also foreign to you, and it may be, 2 resources for you. I have 2 blogs that you can go to, how to create buyer personas and buyer personas, the foundation of strategic marketing, which will tell you. But I'll do you one better. Another giveaway. You like, subscribe, and send me that email to bill@prevail.marketing saying you did it. I'll send you examples of what we have done for clients. Things you can take a look at and reproduce for yourself. Fair enough? Okay. Now let's get to the 15. One of the things that I know as a founder, you don't have a lot of time, you have less money, and you got fewer people. So if you don't have a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of people, then you need to leverage somebody else's time, somebody else's money, someone else's effort, experience, and relationships. You need to be leveraging your success. So how do you leverage your success? There's 4 ways we're going to talk about today. And again, this industry analysis will tell you which one of these work, but I'm going to give you all 4. First one that's highly successful is getting a relationship with a value-added reseller. A value-added reseller, a VAR, is a company that resells your software, your hardware, your product, your service, but adds elements to it. Not only fulfills that order, but enhances it, provides extra service, maybe ties in with other products, maybe they bundle things together. And the beauty of doing that with this group is they've already got a list of clients in your industry. They've already built relationships with these people. So when they go to introduce your product, there's already a feeling of trust between them. They already know who they're doing business with, and they're going to take them as trusted advisors and more than likely incorporate that your product in as well. How important are value-added resellers? How important can they be? Well, I can tell you a number of B2B SaaS companies, including HubSpot. In fact, this number is HubSpot's original number they gave me. HubSpot has 65% of its license to its software sold by value-added resellers. 65%. That's huge. These are people who did all the legwork to sell it, all the legwork to onboard the client, all the legwork to keep it in place and keep the client happy. And the best part of value-added resellers, you don't pay them until you get the money. Nothing out of pocket. Pretty good deal. If you're trying to find value-added resellers for industry, do a Google search. If you're in the healthcare industry, we use one recently called Amsvar. A highly passionate group of people that are resellers for B2B software for healthcare industry. These are really, really good people. If you're in the healthcare industry and you sell software, you need to be them involved. I get nothing from it, but I do respect the group. So here's a pro tip on how to do it. We're just not going to tell you what to do. We'll give you pro tips. If you want a value-added reseller to actually prioritize, actually make it part of their business model to sell your product, recognizing they're not only just going to sell it, but they're going to service it, they're going to onboard it, they're going to do all the hard labor, ask to have the customer service, they're going to do all that stuff. You need to make it worth their while. When I am managing a company, when I was managing in-house, and I said, look, there has to be 20% paid on all sales, 20% commissions. That is 20% on every dollar you earn from that client for the life of that client. For as long as you have that client, you pay that 20%. If you do that, you're going to have people who want to sell your product, who want to incorporate, change their business model to prioritize you. So do that. One other thing you can do that's going to make all the difference in the world. You know what? Yes, they're going to learn. Yes, they're going to sell. But remember, they get represent other products, other services. Some may be paying as much as 20% or even more maybe. So you need to provide them marketing in a box program. What is a marketing in a box? Every single month, you provide them with a marketing program that you are going to do for yourself, but you're going to co-brand it with their logo. So all they've got to do is here's an ebook, here's a nurturing program, here is emails they can send out, here is social media they can post. All they've got to do, put their feet on the desk, press a few buttons, and they can roll it out. You do that marketing in a box, you give them 20% commission on all sales for the life of their business. You are going to have avid individuals promoting your business. Referral programs are another thing you can do. But if you're going to have a referral program where you pay somebody $50, particularly if it's a professional or a business owner, and you think they're going to be motivated, don't bother. It doesn't work. Referral programs work if you provide real rewards. You're transparent with the outcome. You give them a one-pager they can share with their network. And they actually communicate the value proposition, not just submit a name. They got to actually deal with it. Again, for me, a referred lead, I'm okay. I treat that the same way as I do a value-added reseller. If you referred a lead to me and I close them, all you got to do is make sure you hadn't said, hey, Bill's going to call you. And they expect I'm going to be calling them. And it's the first time they've ever heard of me, or at least the first time we've contacted them. I'll pay you 20% top dollar for life. As long as that client belongs to us, we do business for, even if we upsell them later on, you get 20% of everything. Why do I do that? Am I crazy? No, crazy like a fox. Because if I do that, again, people are willing to change their business model. So if you want referrals, make a reward like 20%, and they will flock to you. I promise. Affiliate programs. Affiliate programs, which is a little different. Get a link to them. They can sign up and subscribe or buy the product directly. Again, there's lots of business models you can have. We recommend a pay per sale model only because you only have to pay them when you receive the benefits, because you get the results. If you have an affiliate program, make sure you provide them with material, collateral, tracking, all that good stuff. But again, it really can be highly effective because you're leveraging other people's time, energy, and talent. And if you make it worth their while, you'll get affiliates. And we always find it's best to use influencers who are either quasi-professional or professional influencers. I'm going to have a video probably on Christmas Day, actually, about these video influencers, which ones you ought to pick and why. But those are the ones you ought to do. Finally, the other thing you need to do to leverage someone else's time, energy, talent, and mostly reputation is identify subject matter influencers and get them. Here's a lot of influencers out there. I create a lot of content for free. And I feel the pain. I'm creating a video a day, a blog a day, and pretty much you run out of the bandwidth, the ideas, the motivation. And we have found for our clients that if we create content, highly valuable content, maybe it's a sophistication level that the influencer can't do because maybe it's video, maybe it's just high production value, maybe it's just the quality of content, the long form ebook or whatever the case may be. We create a high value piece of content for a influencer, one influencer. Influencers may have, let's say, 5 million followers, and we create a piece of content for them. We have it co-branded. It doesn't have to be blatant, it doesn't have to have my client's logo on the cover, but throughout that ebook, throughout that video, throughout that production, my client is referred to several times as examples of points he wants to make. We maybe talking about healthcare and notifying, getting people to show up at health for a visit, appointment. Maybe my client's software is shown as an example of how to do that. You're going to find that these influencers will gladly accept that content and promote that content to their social network, as long as that social network is comprised of people who are your targeted buyer personas. And we take it one step further. What we do is we give this material to the influencer. They start seeing the traction and they say, wow. And they say, what more do you have? What more can we do? Because, they see their follows go up, their likes go up, they get better comments, and they're saying, what can we do together more? Great, glad you asked. Here's what we're going to do next. You're going to promote a webinar that we're going to do together, a podcast we're going to do together, where you're going to invite all your social reach. I'll invite my social reach. So maybe we can bring new people to you that aren't following you. We'll get them all together in a room, and we're going to have a back and forth talking about the problems they're experiencing, solutions they might have, and all we ask you, influencers, at the end, besides inviting your people, all we ask at the end is that you say, look, people, I have spent time and effort to really look at a lot of companies in this field, and I think this particular company can serve your needs. If you have any issues or questions, or you'd like to see how they can help you, do me a favor. Raise your hand, someone that you want to be contacted, and I'll get someone to contact you, and maybe we can help you grow your business. That's all you got to do. And you're going to get, if you don't get at least 14% conversion of everyone who attends, bottom of the funnel raising their hand, you're doing it wrong. We typically got 23-25% to do that. We typically got 700 people showing up for a webinar. Sound ludicrous? You're saying that's not impossible? You don't believe it? Believe it. It's how you present it. And if you do it properly, you can get a big return. And you can feed your business with a lot of people who don't know you, don't care about you, but they trust and respect that influencer. Now that's how to leverage 4 different leverage scenarios. Gave you some details. Obviously, I couldn't give you every aspect of it because we're digging the weeds. But if you want to know about that, just, hey, like and follow, subscribe, send me an email, and I'll spend time. I'll give you a half hour of my time for you to talk to you. Gift number 3. Half hour to talk to you if you like, subscribe, and send me an email saying I'd like a half hour. Glad to do it for you. If this has been valuable, we're going to cover 11 other areas over the next course of the next couple days. If you have any questions, please let us know. We're here to help you. We're here to support you. We want you to find that 2024 is the best year you've ever had, and your dreams and realization of your startup not only come to fruition, but takes the industry by storm, and you become that big fish. Thank you. Have a great night.